Second here. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome y'all to Nez Nation Live Friday night style. Hope you're doing really well out there in internet world. It is I, Professor Nez, your personal branding, executive career coach, and consultant, business owner, communication professor, coming at you live. And the name of the show today is just real quite simple, a community hangout. I can't go live at my normal day and time that we usually go live, which is on Sunday. And I'm using this awesome, beautiful new app called StreamYard. And let's see how we're looking over there on Restream, if things are cooking on Restream. At least I hope they are. It looks like it hasn't really quite connected yet. So I'm just going to give that a second. Come on in on Instagram. Okay, looks like we got some action on StreamYard. Okay, now we are there. Okay, we got some people coming in. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome to Nez Nation Live. This is a show where we talk all about how to clearly communicate your message so that you can reach the right people, so you can build your online reputation, build your online presence with authenticity, and making sure that you are understood. Really, it's really about bringing humanness to this digitalness. Great to see you guys. Hey, how you doing? Charlie Dog is in the house. Roz, you finally made it. It's lunchtime. We're live on Instagram. We're live on Twitch. Hey, Neil, how you doing? Charlie Dog is in the house. Roz, come on in. I wanted to do a live stream tonight. I know this is kind of unorthodox. I know that I usually don't do lives at this hour, but I wanted to kind of get in here. Yes, there he is. Doug, how are you? Good to see you. I wanted to get in on at least, come say hi to you guys, say hello, because I'm going to be taking the missus away this weekend, some much needed R&R. And, I just wanted to come on here and hang out. I just wanted to come here and say hello. I'm down to really talk about anything. Treat this as an AMA. Ask me anything. If you want to talk about personal branding, 21st century communications, podcasting, live streaming, content creation, social media marketing, online reputation building, LinkedIn Live, LinkedIn video, whatever you want to talk about. You want to talk about how I can clearly identify who I am, SEO, anything you want to talk about, I'm pretty much down. Hey, Nazim over on Facebook. Good to see you, Nazim. How are you, sir? It's good to see you. I might have Nazim come in on the stream if you're around. Luis, my main mod. How are you doing, Luis? It's great to see you. Please make sure you share this out. I love going live. I love talking to you guys. I love hanging out with you guys so much. It really means the world to me. Excuse me. I've been working my butt off this week because, I knew that I was going to be kind of leaving town for a couple of days, not that long, just for a little bit. Thank you, Roz. Roz says, I will dip into the Twitch. Can't stay long. I'm away from home base for a few days and on Wi-Fi only. Thank you, Roz. It's always great to see you. If you're on Instagram, if you're on Twitch, or if you're on Facebook, come on over to youtube.com/Professor Nez and hit that subscribe button, because we're bringing the best. We're bringing the best in online reputation building, helping you discover your purpose, communicate your message so you can impact your audience. It all starts there. And we've got a ton of free content for you guys over on my YouTube channel and at professornez.com. So we're bringing it to you, and we're bringing it to you hard in 2019. It's kind of hard to believe that we've almost reached the halfway point in 2019. Isn't that just kind of crazy? No problem. Thank you so much, Nazim. It's great to see you. Not a problem at all, Nazim. It's fantastic. It's 3:30. Yeah, I guess this is pretty late for my peeps in the UK and overseas. It must be pretty late there. It must be in the middle of the morning. I still appreciate you, and I'm really glad that you're here. I absolutely love this new app that I want to talk about too. And if Gage, if you're listening, StreamYard, if you're listening, I just want to say thank you so much for allowing me to be a beta tester of this and allowing me to really get the full sort of Monty, if you will, of everything that this beautiful platform has to offer. We had a great, unbelievable community live stream chat recently. There's Roz. Ross is there. Roz, I can see you. Yes. One thing that's really cool, and if you're interested in using StreamYard is thank you so much, Nazim. I appreciate that. That's fantastic. Great. Batti Italiano. Ciao. Prego. Bravo. Prego. Good to see you, my friend. Yes, I can see you, Roz. Thank you so much. One of the things that's really cool about this app, StreamYard, is they aggregate the comments. So you can restream pretty much anywhere and you can aggregate all your comments, and it's just fantastic. It's really a seamless, easy process. That was Alfredo. How you doing, Alfredo? Good to see you. It's just a great platform, and I'm really, really happy with it. I've been testing it out a couple of times now. I've been really, just trying to kind of let loose with it a little bit and get people to come check it out. And I've been playing around with it, kicking the tires on it, and just getting things cooking with it. And I just have to say, I'm very pleased so far with my experience. And I might even, this could be actually a platform that it becomes a go-to platform for me. So how are you guys doing? Let me know how you're doing in the chat. Let me know what you've been up to. Let me know what's been happening with you, Nez Nation. I love this community, and our mantra, which I don't even like the word mantra. We're bringing more humanness to this digitalness. It's interesting. I had a conversation with I was visiting with some family earlier today, and I had a conversation with my cousin. It still is such an interesting point of conversation when people talk about how, and it's very easy to think of social media as this sort of destructive tool, or this, kind of, a lot of people liken it, or they use the analogy that it's really been the sort of, defecation of society, and it's become this sort of playground for the unholy, if you will, and everybody's so addicted to social media, and it's portraying things in a not so authentic light about people and things. Especially Instagram kind of is the first place that comes to mind. And I was having a conversation with my cousin about this earlier. I I look at personal branding, I look at what's happening right now, I look at these different platforms as literally, they're just tools, and there's different ways to wield that tool. I think the reason that people find it easy to deride the tool is because that's just a shortcut to thinking. But it's the same analogy that I like to use, is like saying that there's a few drunk drivers out there who, use cars and take advantage of this 2-ton killing machine and implement it in the worst way possible, getting behind the wheel under the influence and hurting themselves and other people. It's like using that as the least common denominator for the rest of us. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Look at the wielder, not the tool that's being wielded, is the way that I look at it. And that's why I say we're bringing more humanness to this digitalness, because I love you guys. I love this Nez Nation family. I love what we're able to do. Charlie, do you want to jump in here? I might send a link to Charlie. Alfredo, good news. I'm working with an Amazon.com third-party company and working on training to... Congratulations, Alfredo. That's fantastic. That is awesome. Almost ready to burn 2019 to the ground. Got the last Jeep to fire up today. Okay, cool. Right on, Charlie. That's fantastic. It has been on Twitter, Nez. What has been on Twitter? Talk to me, Luis. Hey, there's Eric. Good to see you, Eric. Fantastic. How are you, sir? Yeah, it's interesting to me because this stream is really kind of a loose stream, and I'd love to talk about really anything. And if you have any topic that you would like to talk about, by all means, please do. So if you're interested in any kind of anything you want to ask me, anything you want to talk about, I'm happy to do it. But that's how I kind of look at this modern technology. That's how I kind of look at social medias. I look at it as, to me, personal branding is all about 21st century communications, and it depends on how you use it. I've been able to run two multiple six-figure businesses. I've been able to create a brand for myself that still to this day, I've got passive income, I've got equity, I've got a reputation that supersedes me, that I'm able to monetize, that I'm able to take care of my family. I'm able to, more importantly than all of that, I'm able to do something I love to do, which is help you to share your story with the world. That's the impetus of my whole channel. We talk about mindset and messaging. The epicenter is up here in your head. It all starts here. Because if your mind ain't right, nothing's right. Don't ever forget that. If your mind ain't right, nothing is right. And so it's difficult to, talk to people who purely think of things in quantitative terms, likes, subscribers, followers. Don't get me wrong, I want all of that, but I'm also very, very aware of how blessed and lucky I am, and I've consumed with gratitude the fact that I've almost got 2,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, the fact that I've got almost 20,000 followers on my LinkedIn channel. I'm super grateful for that. I'm going to get to 7 billion followers and subscribers. I know I will. How do you know that, Nez? Because I have the audacity to feel and believe that I have something worth saying that can help you and help others and help everybody. I truly feel that in my bones. I feel it in my veins. So I'm not worried about those kind of vanity metrics because I know I'm going to get there. Fantastic, Roz. Awesome. Good to see you. Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Did you share the link on Twitter? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Luis. That's awesome. Who do you choose to come on camera with you to tell their story? Who do you choose, Alfredo? Well, I try to be selective, and but I'm also pretty loose and open. I'm not really somebody I don't really judge too much. Anybody who's willing to listen, who's willing to participate, and who, is not being a jerk, basically, and bringing value and actually contributing to the conversation. I'm happy to bring them on the stream. I have no problem with that. Roz says, I have the Twitch on my Samsung with video and chat showing, able to do the comments too. Awesome. Fantastic. So this is what we're talking about today, just a kind of community hangout, a very loose format. I'm live on my Facebook profile. I'm live on Twitch. I'm live on Instagram. Looks like we've got a couple of viewers on Instagram. I'm live on Periscope. This is a pentacast. I've got YouTube, Periscope. I'm everywhere you are. I'm everywhere you want to consume content. I'm everywhere that you live, eat, sleep, and breathe. Nez is coming at you. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, and Instagram. I'm all up in ya. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But yeah, let me know. I put the link in the Discord. Let me know if you want to jump in, but also let me know in the chat. I'm happy to talk about anything. I'm happy to. Do you have any questions? Do you have any concerns? What's challenging you? What kind of things are eating at you? Or just, a very loose, relaxed conversation. Just see what happens. I had to go live. Why do, people say this to me all the time. I want to explain this. I don't know how you share on Twitch. I'm still trying to figure out Twitch. I've got a Twitch channel, Roz, and obviously you're watching this on Twitch. It's great to see you, by the way. It's so nice to see you, Roz. It's so nice to see you, Luis, Alfredo, Eric, Charlie Dog. It's so great to see you guys. I'm so happy that you guys are here. I get this all the time. People say, Nez, how do you do this? It seems like you've got mountains and mountains of content. Where do you get the time? Where do you get the energy? Because I'm fueled by something bigger than just likes, followers, comments, and shares. Don't get me wrong, not false modesty here. I absolutely want all of that, and I'm going to get all of that. I have no qualms. I'm definitely going to get all that. And I definitely want followers and likes and everything. but I don't eat, sleep, and breathe on that. That isn't my sustenance for why I do this. Okay. I love to create. This is, if anything, a fantastical creative outlet for me. If anything, it's a fantastical creative outlet for me. And so I love being able to come on here. I love broadcasting live. I love hanging out with you. More importantly, and I know this is going to sound kind of mushy mush, and I don't mean for it to sound mushy mush, I love serving people. That's my greatest joy on the planet. When I get somebody who gets that slackening in their shoulders, the lines in their face become a little bit more smoother and relaxed, and they feel that sense of relief that I've helped them in some way, whether it's with their brand, their reputation, their message, whatever it is, their ability to understand who they are, their mindset. It's the greatest joy on earth. And when you do something you love, you there's no such thing as work. You'll never work another day in your life. I guarantee you. You'll never work another day in your life. Roz, you're over on YouTube now. I can't have too much open as on Wi-Fi. Only 4 megabits. Ay, ay, ay. What is the Twitch address? It's Professor Nez. Actually, you know what? I'll show you right now. So mine is twitch.tv. I'll copy the URL right now, and I'll put that in the chat for you there, Mr. Let me see if I can actually. So can I add a comment? I wonder if I can add a comment. I guess I have to go to. So I guess I have to go. Let's see. Do I have to go somewhere? Let me see what this looks like on YouTube here. I'll definitely leave the. I'll definitely leave it in the. 1 second here. Okay. I'll definitely leave that in the chat. Okay. So here you go. I'll leave that. There we go. There's the link right there. And I'll bring it up on StreamYard as well, just so people can see it. So there's the link. I left it for you right there. So that's my Twitch channel. If you'd love to follow, if you'd love to go check it out, I usually do only live streaming on Twitch. My YouTube channel has a more diversified kind of portfolio of content. And then if you're looking for written or audio podcasts, I have a fantastic podcast called the Nez Nation Live Personal Branding 101 podcast. We're everywhere. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes. We're on Google Podcasts, Stitcher, you name it. Pretty much everywhere where you can listen to a podcast, we are there. And you can go check me out. So I've got you covered. Most of the stuff I do on Twitch is live stream, and my YouTube channel has a little bit more with videos and things of that nature. But most of the stuff, most of the more diversified content is on YouTube, and Twitch is mostly live streams like this. And we do go live every single Sunday, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. We're not going live this Sunday, hence the reason that I'm here right now. But that is our normally scheduled program. We talk about how to discover your purpose, how to communicate your message so you can impact your audience. It's all about how to build your online reputation so you can be understood by the right people, whether it's customers, clients, building a community, audience, coworkers, whatever. That's the real name of the game right there. It's 21st century communications for your ass. That's how we do. I'm in the dashboard. Okay, very cool. Oh, there's Alfredo. Okay, I see Alfredo. Fantastic. All right, Alfredo, I'm going to bring you in right now. 1 second here. There he is. Hey, Alfredo, how you doing?
Hey, Nez, thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. This is a live stream hangout. There we go. I'm just kind of checking out the different
Layouts, yeah.
yeah. How you doing, Alfredo?
I'm doing good. Just as you saw in the chat, I told you some great news. I'm working for a third-party Amazon company, and
Wow.
I'm going through a training program. And I'm right now. I'm just taking a break from the studying, and just wanted to share with you the good news that I finally found work after 8 months of searching. And
I love your hashtag hire me. Is that your actual phone number right there?
Yes, that's my Google Voice number.
Good for you. I like your audaciousness.
The ladies that helped me create the Facebook page, they're the Biz Chicks. They have their shows on Facebook, I believe. They said
Oh, is that the Natalie Egdahl Biz Chicks?
no, it's more Terry and oh my goodness, forgot their names, but they're the ones that encouraged me to create a online persona. Just text me on Facebook, or just
Mhm.
text Al on Facebook. But I kind of changed my wording so that the hire me is the same thing as Twitter. And Alfredo T is I guess my first name and initial, and has a nice rhyme to it. So it says, Alfredo T, hire me at this number. And see,
That's so cool.
yeah.
Right
So
on. So tell
right.
me a little bit more. Tell our Nez Nation audience. I like the timer there too. What's the timer all about? Is that how much time you're timing yourself right now, Alfredo?
No,
Good to see you, Gerald.
the logo that you see there is another online community that I'm supportive of and part of. They're called Tech and Coffee.
Oh, very cool.
That's
Look at
their
this. Look at Alfredo. Alfredo's like a pro. He comes on another person's stream and plugs his show and other people's show. I love it. You are so audacious. I love it, Alfredo.
and the I'm also wearing a sticker that I came from a men's retreat. A men's
Look at this
retreat
guy.
a couple of weeks ago at Angeles Crest Christian Camp. I hope you don't mind me
Oh,
plugging
of
all these
course not.
people
Of course not. That's
because
the hey, let me tell you something, Alfredo. If I wouldn't have brought you on here if I didn't feel that you have value. You are a very, very strong contributing member of the community.
Mhm.
And it makes me happier than anything. You can plug anything you want. I have no problem with that. I'm very happy to. I've known you for a long time now, especially
Right,
in the live stream community. So
right.
of course not. Of course I don't mind.
So the about the Angeles Crest Christian Camp, it's every year they have a men's retreat around April, at the end of April. And this year's theme was called Above the Sun.
Mhm.
And a group of men from our local church, Inglewood Southside Christian Church, took us there. And I just got a sticker and just put it in my normal black hat. And every time I try to come on board to other people's shows or just to be supportive, I just mentioned that I'm part of this community, Tech and Coffee. I went to this Angeles Terrace Christian Camp. I have my hashtag Twitter, Alfredo Tigolo, Alfredo T, hire me.
Yeah.
I'm just like a walking billboard, literally for all
That's
the.
okay. That's okay. That's totally fine. Hey, you know what? I'm not wearing it right now, but here, hold on a second. Let me show you. Let me show you. This is what I usually wear to the gym. And I've even got my white one on the chair that I'm wearing right
Uh-huh.
now.
Uh-huh.
Let me just show you this real quick.
Right.
Which, by the way, I think I've sent this out to a bunch of people. But yeah, I've got my my walking billboard too. I've got my Nez Nation shirt.
That's
You
great.
see that? I've got my website on the back there. There
Oh,
it is. You
nice.
see that? Oh
Nice.
yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta, here's the thing. It's a balance. It's a balancing act. Like, obviously it's the same thing with content creation. And I've loved your thoughts on this actually,
Hmm.
Alfredo. It's the same thing with content creation. Good to see you. We've got Chris Croney. Yes, good to see you, Chris. Chris Conkle in the house. Maybe I could bring Chris in here. Charlie Dog. Okay, yeah, the link is in the Discord. Go check out the link. But here's what I wanted to tell you really quickly, Alfredo.
Hmm.
It's about balance. Like obviously, if every single thing that you do, let's put this in perspective, right? Let's give it contextualization through personal branding and content creation.
Right.
If every single video, blog, or audio podcast, all you're doing is the same old thing, and you're plugging, selling, you're going to watch what happens. Your community is going to make the decision. And what's probably more than likely going to happen is if you know anything about how really the kind of dynamics of building a community, nobody really likes to be advertised to all the time. Nobody really likes to be sold to all the time, right? So
Right.
there's nothing wrong with selling. There's nothing wrong with advertising, but it's just balance. Everything is balance. So no, absolutely. I think what you're doing, the reason I'm bringing this up is because I have clients who are so apprehensive about talking about what they do and talking about how they can, offer some assistance and offer some service because they think it's selling. There's nothing wrong with selling. It's the delivery, it's the format, it's the style, and frequency is everything.
Mm.
Well,
So
hey,
my
Alfredo, I'm so proud of you, man, and thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hope to God that you continue to be a big part of the Nez Nation audience because I do appreciate you big time. Before you go, though, tell everybody where they can find you and where they can maybe get a hold of you.
Well, about my local church on Sundays, I help stream their church services, and I've been doing it for almost 2 to 3 years. And I have a scene on my OBS to kind of showcase what I'm. This is their sample. What do you call it? It's a sample scene that showcases the name of the church, all their information, Twitter,
Oh,
whatnot,
cool.
and this sample is actually goes live on their YouTube channel,
Uh-huh.
and this is how I tell others that this is what I do for. So I'm not just a person that says I go to camp, I have a community, I actually contribute back to my church for all their investment in me. So it's just that's where they can find me. It's through Inglewood Southside Christian Church. That's one of the many channels that I go to. But I didn't want to plug everything I have. But that's one of the main things that I do is to support my local church there.
Fantastic, man. Well, Alfredo, thank you so much. Hopefully you'll hang out some more. Thank you so much for being here. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Alfredo. Take care. Okay, I want to bring Charlie Dog in here. It looks like Charlie Dog is in the house. By the way, Charlie, do you like it when I call you that? Tell me the truth.
Oh, I don't mind.
Okay.
I get called all kinds of names.
Yeah, I could think of a few right now, but I don't think I'm going to go there.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. How you doing, Charlie? What's going on with you tonight?
Just getting ready for bed, pretty much. It's been a busy day.
Yeah. What have you been
Yeah.
up to today?
Mainly just working on my Jeep and figuring things out, pretty much. Still last one I have to get back together.
Right. Now I know that you have your own YouTube channel. Do you want to tell the Nez Nation audience a little bit about you? It looks like you got a co-host behind you there.
Yeah, the pups.
Is that your cat?
For the bed. What?
Yeah. Is that your cat?
It's Jack Russell.
Hey. Oh, okay.
But yeah, my YouTube channel is pretty much off-road racing. I do some racing myself also, so it can be a little challenging when you're a racer and a YouTuber, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Very cool. And tell people where they can find it. What's your channel handle again?
It's Midnight Madness 4x4.
I love that name, Midnight Madness. How did you come up with that, by the way?
My dad had a Chevy Chevelle before I was born, and he died of cancer back in the 90s. So he named that Chevelle. He had a Midnight Madness, so I figured I'd call my racing operation Midnight Madness, and then just added the 4x4 on YouTube, and that's pretty much how it came together.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what would you say to the Nez Nation audience as far as like what are your like kind of best branding tips or best strategies? Because I mean, I know we've got a lot of those everywhere, but where do you usually what would you say is the best kind of what have you learned in the past? Because how long have you been on YouTube?
I've been on it since 2005, but I shut down the old channel and started a new one in 2012, which is pretty much a mistake because it was pretty much the same stuff I'm doing right now. So that would be my advice. Just pick a channel and a brand and stick with it and keep at it. Don't give up, because giving up is one of the biggest mistakes you can make.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, it's interesting to me when I get people and not just clients and students, but just anybody who, they're not understanding the expectations. They don't have the right expectations for what they could be doing or what they should be doing, when it comes to building something that has longevity. And they're actually doing pretty okay. They're actually growing, but because they're not getting to that some kind of illusory made up number, I must get to 10,000, must get to 100,000. They think, well, I must be a failure, and then they quit. I mean, I've only got almost 2,000 subscribers, and I say only. I'm very appreciative that I have 2,000 subscribers. I'm appreciative of all my audiences on my different platforms. Yep. I'm not worried about it because I'm not in the game for just numerics. Now, I'm not trying to promote false modesty, but it's not about quantity, it's about reaching the right people. I make definite income with my business through my content creation and content marketing. It's about hitting the right people, which is all the more important reason to get your story down right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and one thing I would like to add,
please.
Not only is it a lot of hard work, but there's also a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And it's not just a saying, it's a real deal thing, because that's pretty much what I've been putting into my racing operation the past 15 years I've been racing.
Right.
So.
Awesome.
Not just with the trucks, but with also YouTube.
Yeah. Now you're also a part of the Creator Chaos family, which is a killer group of rascals. But how would you because we're kind of talking about a community hangout here, and I really mean this, Charlie. I'm like super grateful to have you a part of the community. You've got not everybody watching and listening knows this, but Charlie is like, he's the like firecracker in the chat. Like he's very like subdued right now, or not subdued, but just very demure and kind of laid back. And obviously because, we're live and, he hasn't, I think this is the first time you've ever been on Nez Nation Live, isn't it?
Yep.
And so, but when he's in the chat, he is like the awesome, like stir upper, and he just get things cooking, and he's always got wit and just great comments. Charlie's the kind of guy that every live streamer dreams of having in his chat.
A little bit of a goofball and trying to give people a good laugh every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, how would you say, Charlie? I want to ask you this. How would you say, and you go live, right, Charlie?
Yeah.
I mean, you go live all the time with Creator Chaos. I know that, but you also go live on your own channel and other channels. So how would you say, like give us a little bit of like your expertise or your kind of experience, maybe not necessarily expertise, but like your experience on live streaming, because I get a lot of people who say, Nez, do I have to do it like this? Or Nez, do I have to be a pro? Or Nez, I see all these people with all this fancy schmancy equipment. What do you say to all that, Charlie? How should people live stream to build themselves up and their reputation?
Well, I'm nowhere near an expert like you said, but I usually try to talk to. One way I do my live streams is I have someone to talk to, like when I'm doing a driver interview, or when I'm working on my truck in the chat, and I just see someone saying hi or something. I'll see how they're doing, stuff like that, and see if they have any questions, anything they want to ask about what's going on with the live stream, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting to me because, I always say that, and I want to ask you about your chair too, because I need a brand new chair. What kind of chair is that, Charlie?
It's called a Turismo Racing, but I'll be honest, it's not the greatest chair in the world, but it does the job though.
Yeah, I need a new chair. I'm just trying right now to adjust. I've got a real crappy chair here in my studio. Mm-hmm. It's just on its last leg, and I think I got it. It's just one of those. It's just one of those crappy chairs you get at like Walmart or something. I don't even know. But if anybody has a recommendation, good to see Sharon Bremner. How are you, Sharon? Good to see you. Fantastic. I know that, Jesus Sanchez, good to see you, Jesus. Fantastic. Jesus is in the house. Yeah. If anybody has any recommendations for a good chair, please like let me know, because I need a new chair. And I search on Amazon, and I search on, usually there's the chair that's like $2,000, which seems almost preposterous. And then there's the chair that's like $100, which I know that seems like, not so much. I'm trying to kind of focus on the middle tier chairs, which is like 400, maybe 500. But here's the thing. I'm so lazy. I don't want to like put it together myself. Or maybe let me take that back. I'm not lazy. I'm just a terrible handy guy. I can't stand. I'm not like one of those guys that like feels pride about building a shed. I'd much rather hire somebody.
I'll tell you what, I'm about to steal one from work that's really comfortable.
Oh, really?
Always falling asleep in it.
I want to say that live. No. Go ahead. I'm just teasing.
But
so there's a chair at work that you might want to take.
yeah. Well, they
Yeah.
do sell them every once in a while, so I can probably grab one. But
Yeah, I mean, I actually, it looks like Alfredo shared a link. Share Staples with Google. Let's see, what's this? Is this a chair, Alfredo? Gaming chair, Staples gaming chair. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Thank you, Alfredo. Yeah, I definitely need to get something with some kind of support, because not only do I use Zoom with all my client meetings, but all my live streams and all my other things, I definitely need some kind of back support. Well, hey, Charlie, it's been absolutely awesome talking to you, brother, and I hope you can stick around and hang out with us.
Yep.
And we'll see you in a little bit. I might start bringing in more people, kind of like randomly, or what have you. Anything you want to say, last words, Charlie, before you get out of here?
Well, like I said, don't give up. That's the biggest thing I try to tell people, because it took me what was it, 11 years to get my first race, and then the following year after that happened, I got my points championship. So the best things take a while, and patience and a lot of practice.
Nice. All right, Charlie. Well, hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in, and we'll see you in a little bit. So yeah, I mean, that's interesting. And Charlie's somebody who I really appreciate. Somebody who, I love the way that he said that, is not to give up. It depends on what you want. Like, what do you want out of this? If you're looking for fame and glory and a get rich quick scheme, then you should quit. You should quit immediately. If you're looking to come into this area, into this landscape with some sense of intention, some sense of purpose, something that offers solutions, I mean, I know we always say offers value, but really offers solutions for people. People only care about themselves. I'm just going to give it to you straight. Nobody really cares about anything else other than themselves. So what you have to do is you have to provide something that will serve your audience. And if you provide something that serves your audience, you're going to build, you're going to get bigger. All the most successful content creators, live streamers, podcasters, they all understand how to serve their audience. And so think about what Charlie's saying. What are your expectations? Set your expectations. Don't give up. Don't quit. It was awesome having you, Charlie. Thank you so much for being on the show. This isn't something that's going to happen overnight. You're not going to, I said this in a recent YouTube video, which by the way, I do have a brand new video. Most of you guys maybe don't know this, but I am an executive career coach and growth coach for executives on LinkedIn and even beyond. And I've got a brand new video coming out about how to find the ideal candidate and how to get the ideal gig by answering these crucial 5 qualitative interview questions. That's going to pop at our normal live streaming time, which is Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. That video is going to drop, and I can't wait for you guys to check that out. Even if you're not somebody who, is looking for a job or looking for a candidate, you're going to see some reoccurring themes that happen in the Nez Nation kind of pantheon of, what our mission is here for me and my channel and my online brand for you, which is helping you to understand yourself better, helping you to communicate that to the world so you can impact the right audience. Doesn't matter if it's customers, clients, your friends, your family, your coworkers, your boss. One of the biggest diseases that afflicts mankind, I believe, is misunderstanding. I think misunderstanding is the most powerful disease. I think it's more powerful than Ebola. It's more powerful than cancer. I think misunderstanding is one of the biggest plagues, and maybe invisible plagues, because we don't talk about it enough. If you kind of backtrack and really look at issues and problems in your life, especially when they're related to human beings, which this is a planet that's populated by this and dominated by this species, you have to interact with people on this planet. You will see that misunderstanding could be something that you're overlooking. And usually the root cause of misunderstanding is you're not communicating effectively so that you could be understood. And so that's kind of what this whole channel's all about. It's a YFM world. It's a Wi-Fi world. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So thank you so much, Charlie Dog, for being in the chat. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks guys for the links to the chairs, because I definitely need a new chair, and I'm willing to even pay handsomely for a good chair, because most of my time, if I'm not live streaming, creating content, or editing, I'm working with clients on Zoom. I'm in this office, this home studio office, all the time, which I'm actually thinking about doing some different things for the studio coming up, maybe in the summertime or fall season. I might be doing some different things with the background. I might be doing some different things with some lighting schematics. I'm really going to start experimenting with some different things. I'm really excited about that. Roz says, I definitely need an ergonomically safe chair, as I'm in it for the majority. Yeah, same here. Totally same here. I'm in it all the time. Yes, CT. CT is in the house. How are you, CT? Good to see you. I wonder if CT wants to jump in here. Fantastic to see you, CT. How are you doing? CT is in the house. He's got a great, phenomenal channel. He's a fellow instructor. What time is it over there, CT? I'm starting to lose my voice here. I've been working really hard this week. I had to go live tonight because I absolutely had to go live tonight because, I'm not going to be around this Sunday. I'm going to be taking some much needed R&R with the missus, and I'm going to be gone on Sunday. So we're not going to have our normally scheduled live stream. However, I am going to have a brand new video that's already scheduled to post this Sunday that you're definitely going to want to check out. So make sure that you do that. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Professor Nez, and hit that bell notification. So when that video drops, you're a VIP member and you will be the first one notified. Well, maybe not the first one, but you will be of the first ones notified. Hit that bell, damn it. That's all that matters. Neil says, don't buy a gaming chair, get an executive chair. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. It seems like it's a real tricky investment because, I mean, a chair is a chair, right? But I guess it's not. I mean, it seems like Charlie agrees. It seems like most of the office chairs are pretty similar. And I don't know. I mean, you would think that a gaming chair, at least my logic would think, because gamers are usually doing it for like hours and hours and hours, right? I mean, there's not really such a thing as a like a part-time. I mean, when you're like a gamer, when you give yourself that moniker, when you earn that moniker, you're not doing it for only like a half an hour, a couple hours at a time. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, any gamers in the chat, but you're doing that for hours and hours and hours. So you would think the chair would complement the lifestyle, but I don't know. So Neil's telling me not to get a gaming chair, get an executive chair. What's a good price range what's a good price range? Yeah, see, I mean, I'd have to, I mean, I buy everything online now. Yeah, you're right. I probably need to go somewhere and check it out, like Living Spaces or something like that. Who buys anything in person anymore? You guys still buy things in person? Who does that? You guys are so 2012. So we're talking about personal branding and content creation. I'm just so excited to see you guys. Just a little community hangout, just to say hey, just to say hello. Ask me anything. We've talked about live streaming. We've talked about getting your message out there. We talked about selling. We talked about, how to not come off cheesy and douchey when you're trying to communicate your brand. It's interesting. Like, I always feel that it's much better to show than tell. You can tell people how amazing you are, but it's much more impactful if you show them. And so that's why I think content marketing and three-dimensionalizing who you are and your brand, whether it's video, whether it's audio podcasts, or whether it's, written blogging or published works, some way of showing instead of telling I think is a much more powerful way to get yourself out there. And that's what we're kind of talking about today. Anybody else have any other topics, any other ideas? Anybody else? CT, let me see where CT is. I just enjoy strolling through the air-conditioned malls. Yeah, let me see if CT, Eric's in the house. So if you go to Discord, you will find the link to come in. If you're interested in coming in and joining me, by all means. And if you don't have the Nez Discord, let me see if I can invite people here. I will copy and paste that because I'd like to get you in on the Nez Discord. So I'll go on YouTube and I'll post this so you guys can invite the and actually hopefully that's not a 20. Is that a Oh, okay. I'm gonna never mind that link. I'm gonna send you a new link. Okay, because that link is set to expire. So I'm gonna send you a new link. Disregard that last link. This is the link that you wanna come in on right here. There you go. See you later, Neil. Have a good night, man. Good to see you. Charlie says, depends on how someone is treating me will decide whether to be a douchebag or not. Yes, exactly. So yeah, this second link is the one that you should click on to come join the chat. Yeah, I need to find a good share. So if you can send me a DM or send me a private message, a PM or DM on Facebook Messenger, or even on YouTube or what have you, or Discord even, that would be awesome. Roz, do you want to come in on here? Let's see, where's Roz here? Okay, Doug's in the house. Fantastic. Doug, if you want to come in, I would love to have you, Doug. No problem at all. Doug is in the house. Doug's in the Discord. So use the second link that I just posted there. That's the link that I want to. Okay, no problem, Russ. No problem, Russ. I totally get it. No problem. Yeah, so it's interesting. Like I wonder, it'd be really interesting to do some content on sort of the life of a content creator. Sort of like thinking about things like chairs and headphones and live stream gear and the mental side of being a content creation. Being a content creator. And I think I do talk a lot about that. Thank you so much, Roz. Thank you for joining me on Twitch too. I appreciate that. Let's see how we're doing on Instagram. We got a couple of people. Happy Friday. Good to see you. Hey, is that Lenny? Lenny's in the house. Good to see you, Lenny, over there on Instagram. It's so fantastic. Yeah, I do too, Alfredo. Absolutely. I actually do get some passive income, and I have monetized my podcast. I've got sponsors for my podcast, and I do have ways of monetizing my content with digital courses. But excuse me. Hi. Hello. Hi, I'm Nez. I burp on command. No, I'm kidding. I apologize. My dad made some shish kebab tonight, and boy, was it juicy and delicious. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see a picture. Holy macadamia nut. I don't know if I could ever be a vegetarian. I just love meat too much. Can't you tell? Yeah, where was I? What was I talking about? Yeah, I do too, Alfredo. I definitely have my business, and I definitely have my consulting agency and my teaching. I still teach at the university, but at the same time, I actually at the same time, I'm able to monetize some of my content, and that's just going to get bigger and bigger, and that's just going to grow. But that's not really what concerns me, because I'm okay with money. I've got no problem with money. Okay. I'm not saying I'm a millionaire or anything like that. Of course not. But I'm just saying I'm okay. I'm not worried about money. I'm not worried about taking money from you guys. I'm not worried about you guys giving me a super chat or anything. Crickets. No hint there at all, y'all. I'm totally teasing. But yeah, no, I'm not worried about that at all. If I don't make a penny on my content, I'm not scared. I ain't worried. I ain't scared one bit. I love doing this. And the beautiful thing is I'm building brand equity. I'm creating this beautiful catalog, this 3-dimensional picture that humanizes me and my brand and who I am. And it gives people a taste. It shows people what I can do for them, which indirectly helps feed my business, helps feed my speaking engagements, helps feed my courses, helps feed every other stream of revenue that I have. This is Personal Branding 101. That's the name of the podcast. So, take that with you, Alfredo. I hope that helps you. CT says the impact on a family. Yeah, my guest room has been turned into a studio. The white walls are not more, and plant have been moved in. Well, the white walls are no more, and plants have moved in. I see. Not what my better half expected, but she's super. That's something that I should do a video about. I should totally do a video about supportive partners, because that is absolutely huge. That is a really, really big deal to have. Okay, thank you, Charlie. Charlie sent me a really cool link to a chair on Discord. Thank you so much, Charlie. I appreciate that. That would actually be a really, really cool video, because it can't be an easy task. I mean, it just isn't. I know my wife is a fantastic support, but it's gruesome on her too. It's not easy for her as well. And it can't be easy on you guys. I know a lot of content creators who have gone through many relationships and many ups and downs. So, that's really, really important. No, not necessarily well off financially, but yeah, I'm not worried about. I'm not somebody who's struggling for that. Like a lot of people, and I think it shows if you try to be, too much on the side of I want to monetize, but I actually believe you shouldn't try to monetize your audience until like the trust factor is at 1 billion%. I mean, and how do I say that? I think by absolutely, bringing the heat time and time again, servicing them on a consistent basis throughout the years. And I say years, plural. And then maybe you won't even have to worry about selling, because they'll be happy to support you. Right? They'll be happy to support you because you've given them so much. So if you give them this unceasing, unrelenting sense of service and you help them, Alfredo, guess what? They're probably going to compensate you, and they're probably going to return and reciprocate through buying, one of your products or buying one of your services. Why? Just for the sheer reason that you've done such an amazing job of serving them time and time again. So this is an interesting kind of dynamic. I mean, is selling really, something that you even need to do at some point? I mean, maybe not. Yeah, I got that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. CT says, do it for the love of creating. Monitoring early on feels like you're creating this. Yeah, and I think you mean monetizing, right? CT, are you having a few? Are you dropping a few ones? A few bottles back there, CT. Your typing is kind of reflecting your mind state. I know you were off at the pub the other night. I wonder if you're there again. Alfredo says, speaking of partners, how does one get sponsors when a content creator has not built up their audience? Aha! Now that's a good question. So you don't have a huge, large audience, but you want to try to get some sponsors. Well, I think then what you got to do is you got to try to reach out to people who you can leverage their audiences, or you network and you actually get on the phone or have somebody who's a really good communicator. Maybe it's not you. And really, you just play the numbers game. You try to reach out to as many people as possible, and you try to tell them why they should sponsor you. And it shouldn't be just like, hey, can you sponsor me? You got to go out there. You got to put boots on the ground. You may even have to go door to door, and I mean virtually door to door, DMing different people, emailing people on LinkedIn, building relationships. And then once people see, and it's the right people that you're building relationship with, Alfredo, watch what happens. They'll be happy to sponsor you because you've offered something more than just a spammy comment or a spammy email. You've served them in some way. You have to be of value to people. That's the only time people will reciprocate. It's you got to build that relationship. I mean, this analogy has been used before. Like when you go out on a date, you don't just on the first date go for gusto, unless it's that kind of night, which is very rare that it is. You got to warm up. You got to build. You got to show that you're somebody who's interesting. You got to show that you're somebody who's entertaining and fun and lively and inspiring to be around, or invigorating conversation, discourse, stimulating individual. You're providing some service, you're providing value. That's when they'll do business with you. So you gotta keep building, you gotta keep creating content that serves, and then networking and even reaching out to people with large audiences and finding ways to bridge a connection, finding some type of connective tissue that, hey, I see your audience is into this. Like if you're a chef or you're a cooking content creator, you could go up to somebody who has a large audience and say, hey, I noticed on your last podcast, or hey, I noticed on your last blog, you talked about vegan cookies, right? Hey, check this out. I've got this killer blog post that I wrote, not that long ago about vegan cookies. You might want to share this with your audience. I think it would bring them a lot of value. Watch what happens. You'll grow bigger. You'll get more credibility. You'll get more ethos, value, 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 value. Give, 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 give. Service, service, service. Serve your audience. I mean, that's huge. Gidgety on mobile with fat fingers. Also, this keyboard is not working. Oh, okay. That's a good excuse, CT. I know what you're really up to. Sharon, courting tips, Prof. You like that? I wasn't a bad courter in my day. I was pretty good at courting. Wooing is really exhausting, though. Wooing is a tough job. I'm very lucky. I've got a fantastic wife, and I feel really, really blessed. I feel very, very lucky. So yeah, StreamYard. Hey, StreamYard's on Instagram. Good to see you, StreamYard. Hey, StreamYard, guess what? If that's Gage, I'm doing a pentacast StreamYard. I'm streaming to YouTube, to Twitch, to Periscope, Facebook, and Instagram on my phone. How you like me now? I mean, Gage, I should be your main dude, your main PR dude, your main brand ambassador. I mean, StreamYard, for crying out loud, who are you going to find that does what I can do for you? Alfredo, this is a live pitch. Alfredo, if you're there, this is a live pitch to StreamYard saying, hey, I mean, they've already actually been really great to me. And I'm totally kidding, Gage. But yeah, I mean, they've already been fantastic to me. But, I mean, let's just treat this like a real live kind of, example of what I was talking about, Alfredo, earlier. Like, what was I talking about earlier? I was talking about providing value, right? Like trying to provide value to people. Like StreamYard is an awesome live streaming software. I am a live streaming master, right? I mean, I go live all the time. I can talk about their fantastic product to all of my audiences, not just on Facebook, not just on YouTube, not just on Instagram, not just on LinkedIn, but my entire audience. So that gives them a lot of exposure. That gives them a lot of, play in the world, in the landscape of live streaming. So yeah, I mean, I'm half teasing, but actually, Gage, and live streaming, I'm not really kidding that much at all. Alfredo, a live pitch to StreamYard. That is great. You see that? That's what it's all about. Sharon says, I tell my husband he's a lucky man daily. That's right. I believe you. I think he is. I'm going to concur with that statement. I definitely think that he is a lucky son of a gun. Yeah, Midnight, you'll love StreamYard. I think StreamYard is a fantastic app. And it looks like I've got like just a couple minutes remaining on Instagram. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to Instagram. Hey, Instagram, let me see if I can flip the script here. See if I can do that. Hold on a second. Cancel. Oh, yeah. Hey, Instagram. Hey, Instagram. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Instagram. So I've only got a minute 20 left here for the live stream. So if you want to come hang with me, go to youtube.com/Professor Nez, or go to Twitch, my Twitch channel, go to Periscope. I'm Professor Nez everywhere. There's so many places you can come join me, but go to YouTube. That's where you really want to be. Thank you, Instagram. I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully you'll come over. Okay. I just ended my, my stream on Instagram. Instagram only lets you go live, I think, for an hour, which is kind of cheeky. It's kind of cheeky, if you ask me. CT says, soon that painting behind you will be a StreamYard sign accompanied by his new studio and lights. Nice. Maybe. You never know. I mean, I like what they do. Their customer service is absolutely terrific. They do a really, really great job. Oh, fantastic, Alfredo. I didn't know you were married for 14 years. Nice. Good for you, brother. Congratulations. Hey, Instagram, can you hear me now? Good. One thing, I know I can be kind of loud at times. One thing about these gnarly new noise-canceling headphones that I got from Sennheiser, another pitch, should really sponsor me. Hello. Because I can't hear my voice that well. I don't know. Maybe these aren't the best speakers for that. I can't hear how I sound in my own head. Does that make sense, you guys? So I don't really know. I don't really have a gauge. So I'm sorry if I seem like I apologize if I seem like I'm yelling. So what else is up, guys? What else is going on? What do you got planned? Any new videos? Any new content? What kind of challenges? What kind of issues? What kind of problems are you facing? I'd love to hear from you guys. Talk to me in the chat. Let me know. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Good to see you, Dougie. DH is in the house. Yeah, StreamYard is awesome. It totally is. Got to get back to work. No problem. Thank you, Sharon. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's always a pleasure to have you. We kind of missed you a couple of times on the live stream, but we're so happy that you're here, so happy that you're with us. I really appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Chris Conkle Vlogs, is that you? Mr. Chris Conkle, how are you, Chris? I wonder if nesnation.live domain is on sale right now. Yeah, I know. I did not renew it. I really didn't renew it. I should have renewed it, but I didn't. I think I bought nesnation.live, or I'm sorry, nesnationlive.com. I think I have that. Why don't you go ahead and buy it, CT, so nobody else can buy it, and then I'll pay you back later. You'll do that for me, right? How much is it, by the way? It's probably like, I guess on Namecheap, you can get it pretty cheap. Boy, that domain name is going to be worth a lot of money someday. You better pick it up. You can flip it. You are a flipper, right? You have a flip classroom, don't you, CT? You could flip it. Okay, CT says he's got a couple of videos in the making, some side projects coming soon as well. Should be good. Right on. Tech for your needs, Luis. How you doing, Luis? It's so good to see you, brother. Luis says that he has been helping people master their mobile phone. Fantastic. That's a huge niche right there. That's awesome. Great to see you, Chris. Fantastic to see you. $1.99. Buy that thing, bro. Buy that thing. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Alfredo. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I've got, awesome stuff. I love you guys so much, this Nez Nation family. You guys are doing just rocking stuff. So I've actually got a brand new video coming out about 5 interview questions that are going to help you identify the ideal candidate and help you nail that job, because you're going to need to answer these questions. Most of you guys might not know this, but I am an executive growth coach. So I help executives with their performance. I help a lot of people on LinkedIn with their resume, their branding, their LinkedIn profile, and, helping them to kind of trajectorize their career and find a nice kind of a different type of conveyance and different kind of position for themselves. So, I've got a brand new video coming out about 5 really qualitative, deep, intellectually psychological questions that you're definitely going to get in the interview. But if you're an employer or if you're a business owner, you're definitely going to love this video, because it's going to talk and help you to find the ideal candidate, especially upper management or executorial role positions. So you definitely need to go check that out. CT says, I'm buying some domains for myself at the moment. Just looked. Thank you, CT. Thank you. I appreciate that. Are you buying some domains for your brand or your channel, or you're just kind of out domain hunting? Chris says, I'm experimenting with clone masking and motion tracking in my videos. Kind of neat. Very cool. Nice, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, I want to do a lot more experimentation. Unfortunately, I am a little restricted creatively because of the technical aspects. You know, I use pretty basic kind of materials and tools and basic editing softwares. I've been trying to learn Premiere Pro. I just haven't had the time to really tackle it. Final Cut and iMovie are what I usually use because it's just easier. It's simple. I'm on a Mac, and I mostly use Mac. But yeah, I wanna try experimenting more. I definitely want to do more vlogging. I've been really slacking off on my kind of storytelling. It's a hard life, man. Vlogging is not easy, but I like the cinematic storytelling aspect of vlogging as opposed to just talking head videos all the time. And I like mixing that up. So I want to try to get a little bit more dynamic with my cinematic storytelling this summer. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I want to try to do more of that. And then just keep pushing, keep plugging, keep doing, you know, what I do, which is help you guys discover your purpose, communicate your message so you can impact the right audience. That's what it's all about. Mindset and messaging here on Nez Nation. CT says, if you're doing studio makeover, document it. Would be a great look into the life of a creator. Great, great, great idea. Thank you so much. Yeah, Alfredo, what do you use? What do you usually use for your live stream software or for your editing software? Brand channel and some side projects. Very cool. Revamping my entire website. Very nice. Wow, you're doing a total makeover, it sounds like. And your wife needed a domain? What does she do? Is she a content creator? Oh, very cool, Chris. Yeah, I actually have LinkedIn. I've got free LinkedIn courses through lynda.com on Premiere Pro. It's about the time. It's not about the money. It's not about the course. It's just the time. I need the time. Twitch highlights free clipping for now. Very cool. So, hey guys, I think I'm going to kind of take off here. But I just want to say, it's been an absolute pleasure hanging out with you tonight. Don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. Hit that follow button down below. Make sure that you can come join me. We go live usually at our normally scheduled time every single Sunday. That is 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern. And we're dropping new videos every single week on my YouTube channel. We've got a lot of content in a lot of different areas, and we're bringing it to you on a weekly basis, helping you to bring a little more humanness to this digitalness. It is I, Professor Nez, your personal branding executive career coach, helping you to discover your purpose, communicate your message so you can impact your audience. I just want to say it's been an absolute treat, and I love you guys. We will not be going live this Sunday, but I will see you guys definitely the following week. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I hope you guys get your much deserved rest and relaxation. I want to say thank you to CT. Thank you to Charlie. Thank you to Chris. Thank you so much to Alfredo. I appreciate you being here. Sharon, everybody who, you know, I might have forgotten, Roz. I want to thank all of you guys. Nazim, for being here. It's been an absolute treat. And don't forget, guys, we go live every Sunday, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you click that subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss anything. So you always get notified. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Thank you guys so much. And by the way, sometimes we do live pop-ups just kind of randomly out of the blue. So you never know what could happen with Nez Nation Live. We may just be going live in a neighborhood near you. So pay attention. You might be able to get in on the chat, and we'd love to see you. All right, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. This is yours truly, Professor Nez, and we're out.